So, hello, welcome back to the Reading Room podcast. So, today we are having to discuss about Deportee. It's a very new book, it's a new title by Miss Wanjiku. So, in the podcast today, I have Mr. Wanyiri, our guest, and we also have the special guest who is the author, Miss Wanjiku. She's going to introduce herself, and I'm Hafsa. Karibuni.
My name is Wanjiku Gitagia. Like Hafsa has said, I am the author of Deportee. Deportee is a relatively new book in the market. I just launched 6 months ago. Actually, in 3 days, it should be 6 months. And yeah, I'm happy to be hosted here in the reading room. And I look forward to a wonderful conversation today.
My name is Wanyiri Maina. I'm the author of #Hanifa, but today I'm here as a reader talking about Deportee.
So, before we even go to the to discuss about the book directly, I would like to congratulate her. It's a really nice book, honestly. So I think it's one of the books that I've read in a very short span. I think I read it in 3 hours time, 3 and some few minutes, yeah. So it's really an interesting book, honestly. Ukishika uski kuiachilia. Yeah, it's a book that brings out suspense. So I want to know what happened next. So congratulations. I know writing is not that easy as well.
It's not easy.
Yeah, as well I've seen how you've hyped the book on social media, how it's being hyped. So definitely it's a really nice book.
Thank you. You
Yeah.
know, authors are happy when they hear that people are reading and enjoying their books because we read, we write for the readers. We are nothing without the readers. So it's encouraging when you say that you read it in 3 hours. So that means it's unputdownable.
It is.
Thank you, Hafsa.
You're welcome.
I think everybody should read Deportee.
I agree. Everybody should buy and read Deportee.
Okay, sure. So, Miss Wanjiku,
Yeah.
so the title of the book, it brings out the most of the themes that are there.
Yeah.
So we've seen that people from different countries going to foreign ones in search of greener pastures or maybe looking for higher education or due to different reasons. And then we see that many come due to negative results. For example, tumekuwa na examples za watu wenye wanatolewa South Africa. They are coming back to their countries. We've seen that others from America as well. Those were the most recent ones, of which as well, Monome, you've put out in the book as well.
Yeah.
So how comes you came up with the title Deporting?
Well, Deportee initially was not a story about a deportee. It was supposed to be a story about many deportees who hung out in a bar called Deport. So it was just some kind of wordplay. But when I kept writing and progressing with the story, I realized I was dwelling too much on one character. So I decided to focus and make the story about him. And when I finished writing, I wanted to appeal to my readers because there are not very many books that are written about deportation in the Kenyan setting, especially. I think that theme is very prominent in West African books, especially Nigerian. So I really wanted to appeal to the reader just from the title and just make you want to know more about the whole immigration scene. Yeah, so that is why I settled on Deportee.
Okay,
We have the westernification of Kenyan literature, but do you feel like the title Deportee actually gives out the book before even someone reads the story?
But that was my intent as a writer. I did not intend there to be mystery around the deportation story. Right from the word go, I mean, when you read the first chapter, I talks about Kim being deported, how he's struggling already. There is no mystery around the whole deportation thing. For me, it's the key thing, and it's the book itself. So I want my reader to actually pick up the book based on this title. They want to know who is this deportee, why is he a deportee? What does he do as a deportee? What is his life like as a deportee? So there is no mystery around that name. I did not intend to create any mystery. Yeah.
And if you were to choose any other title other than Deportee, what would it be and why?
Oh my. It's a hard question. It's a hard question because I've never really thought about it. But I would probably go with something that has some kind of deception in it, because I feel like deception is also such a major theme in the book. Besides the immigration aspect, I think deception is also quite another huge theme in the book. And I think I would find a title that is something around that. I can't think of something on top of my head right now,
Deception.
but something around deception.
I'm hoping you're continuing writing.
Yes.
And I think from the theme of the book that you have chosen,
Yeah.
I haven't seen many authors having majored on the same angle yenye umeenda nayo.
Yeah.
The ones that is closer to it,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's true, but kama nimekosea mtanirekebisha.
Yeah.
This one inakwanga kwa damu nyeusi. It's a Swahili, though it's a short story.
Okay.
Yeah, so I really can't remember the title, but it's about a lady who married an old mzungu,
Okay.
hoping that the fiancé will die and leave the property to her.
Okay.
I think millennials ndo walisoma hiyo kitabu.
As a self book?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ilikuwa
I don't quite. Maybe I'm a millennial, but maybe it was with the millennials before me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think as well tumeona za watu wa Saudi, the ones that are deported from the Islamic states, or maybe the Asian countries, most of them. For example, from Saudi, the Oman, sana wanafanya kazi huko. I think as well maybe you can try to bring out something of sort, since major on the western side sana. So now we can come to the other end as well, because they have so much things that they have to share. Maybe you can try to fiction it and then you come up with something of sorts.
Maybe in my next book, I would explore something like that. But also, I did not want to really go deep into the life in the West. I wanted the story to really be centered around life here in Kenya as an immigrant who's come back home. Like what the expectations that society has of people who have been to Western countries, even forget about the Islamic states, the Arab countries, people who have been to the West, you're expected to come back a success story. You're expected to be rich, you're expected to be affluent, you're expected to have made so much money. I mean, you are in the land of milk and honey, but most people, when they come back, and that is not their reality, there's a lot of stigma, there's a lot of shame around it. So for me, my story was really around the person that is deported when he comes back here. So maybe next time when I am looking into the same theme, I might just go that way.
No, it's just a suggestion.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Have you ever been deported?
No. No. In fact, a lot. One of the main questions I have gotten since I launched my book is always, is this a memoir? Is this your story? Is it somebody's story that you know? Like, why did you write this story specifically? But I've never been deported. It's not a memoir. It's not anyone's story. Although there are a bit of stolen bits and pieces from people's lives, from stories I've heard, from stories I've read, from people I've heard about, but it is not a true story. I've never been deported, and I hope never to be deported.
Umejitetea sana.
I would really want to know
Yeah.
a bit more about this beautiful cover, because the cover is really appealing.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what inspired the cover?
Well, I wanted the cover to show I wanted it to show Nairobi, like our deportee is back into the country. He's been deported, he's been brought back. You can see the airplane. Initially, the cover had a silhouette of a young man, in a hoodie and carrying a backpack. But then just like I think a week or two before, of course, if you've read the story, you know the story of the picture.
Yeah.
So a week or just actually a week to print, my designer just asked me, would you want us to try something different? And she put in the photograph. It's an AI photograph. It's not anyone. I get that a lot also. Who are these on the picture? But they are not real people. So yeah, she showed me this and I was like, yeah, I think this is way more perfect than the silhouette of the gentleman. And I like color yellow, so I wanted a color that is close to yellow. So the fading sunlight, the skyline behind the Nairobi background, yeah, it really appealed to me, so I decided to go with it.
All right.
Yeah, so back to the book now.
Yes.
Yeah, so we've seen that we have some few characters,
Yeah.
the major ones.
Yeah.
So we have the major ones are betrayal.
Yeah.
We have friendship as well.
Yeah.
And as well we have deportation.
Yeah.
So I'll start with the character by the name Sandra.
Yeah.
I think you've portrayed it in a very current world situation.
Yeah.
So we normally expect that the man, or rather the head of the family, is the one who drives the family and wanaonyesha the way forward. But then in the book, we've seen that despite the head being able to have some resources and people who can help him, we've been shown that the lady is the one who comes and carries over what the man would have done.
True.
So is it something that is happening or happens, and is it supposed to be taken as odd ama ni kawaida? Is it okay in normal circumstances?
Well, I don't know what you can say is normal anymore. There's a lot of shifts in the world that we live in, and someone said the theme of feminism is very strongly depicted. I won't say who, but I think it's also maybe an unconscious bias. But I did want to write a strong female character, and I felt like the depiction of Sandra as a strong character, maybe also evil and everything, but there's also the background story to her, which some people feel was me giving her some redemption, but it was really just me giving her nuance and trying to show that a lot of our past shapes our future, and that is why she is the way she is. It's not me excusing her for being what she is. It's just simply me telling my reader, this is the reason why she is the way she is. But I do feel like a lot of times there is a lot of quiet strength around women. Even when you look at someone like Muthoni, she has a quiet strength, she's nurturing, she's both Brad and Kim are relying on her. She's the one who is she's sort of the center of their friendship. So for me, it was just a difference in comparison in how different women characters can be written, but still be given the same strength, and they play a big role in the book, in the story, in carrying the story.
Okay.
Yeah.
And to redeem myself, I think there is only one line that I really like about Njoro that seemingly redeems all the men. Doesn't mean that all the men are weak in the book. And I'm going to read it. It says, being poor and dehumanizing. Being poor was dehumanizing and humiliating. Njoro had no intention whatsoever of raising his child in poverty when he had options.
Exactly.
I think that tells a lot about the character of Njoro, and it gives the clear contrast between Njoro and Maina, because Maina was somehow reluctant and willing to settle for less, while Njoro was spreading his wings.
I feel like Njoro and Sandra were the same kind of person. Yeah. It's just in the way that they went about doing what they wanted. They were both two very driven people. They were both two people who are willing to do anything to get out of poverty,
Chase the bag.
to chase that bag, and they
A full
didn't
one.
exactly. And so I don't know why people are always so hostile about Sandra and how she carries herself. Well, actually, even Joro was the same. So I didn't write male characters who are weak. They just weren't as, can I say, aggressive or as overbearing as maybe Sandra. But in the end, I think they all wanted the same thing.
But I think it's normal for the character of Sandra to come out as that, because if you try to look at the human character, you find that there are so many rumors around people who have actually made it.
Yeah.
You find utasikia wengine sijui amefuga nyoka, sijui someone was sacrificed.
Kweli.
But it's not always that way, maybe. So I don't think you really butchered the characters of Sandra and Kim.
Yeah.
And I mean Joro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So Wanyiri, since you are the only odd one out, Pasai, do you see any problem with Sandra being the family breadwinner? I can say so because yeye ndo alifanya wakainuka.
I don't see any problem. What I see is someone who is refusing to settle, someone who is going against the expectations of a society that really doesn't feed her. So she has to do what she has to do. And I think I'm more against the character of Maina than I am against the character of Sandra. Because I feel like Maina
is too timid.
Yeah.
So you saying that you can blame Maina for being however he was. Because we can see that, well, I'm not against Sandra. I really like her as well. But you see, at the same time, she's a wife at the same time, and she's a mother. So, and she's a boss as well. So, ukiangalia, she's not able to balance the two, work and being a family wife or some sort of family person. Unaona? So, unapata hata nyumbani, the other partner analalamika. You see, like, there is no respect. Yeye ndo mwenye kusema, like, unaona, like, relationship yao ikianza, it was very nice. Unaona, ilikuwa vizuri kabisa, like, everything was running very well. But then, when Sandra ameanza kuinuka, she's running everything. So, nyumbani, anaona tu maybe ni kama kazini pia. So, she's bossing around, so.
I would say, in that setup between Maina and Sandra, what Maina refused to do brought a vacuum because he wouldn't step up. So Sandra had to step in. So when she stepped in, the balance has been upset. The husband is not providing, the wife has to go out. The husband is not aggressive, the wife has to step up and be more aggressive. The wife needs to plan the husband needs to plan for their future, but he isn't planning for their future, so the wife has to step in. I just feel like there was a vacuum. She stepped in and she played that role very well. I mean, in some places, it's a matriarchy. In most places, what we are used to is a patriarchy, but sometimes the dynamics will shift, and I don't see anything wrong with it. Or do you see anything wrong with it?
What I think, initially, Sandra na Maina, there was a balance of this one is in power, Maina is in power.
Because he's the one who's working.
Because he's working. But then it comes to a point where Sandra has more money, more resources, more connections than Minor. And now there is the inferiority complex where Minor starts to feel
the skills are tipping.
kama kidogo, I'm losing it. And so the only way I can control trying to limit how far she can go.
To subdue her in a way.
Yeah. And now Sandra has to kick back. Because you're not going to stop her from reaching whatever she wants. She's chasing a bag. She's in the middle of a marathon, and you're here trying to tip her, to trip her, to fall down. She won't take that.
So wewe una shida akikuwa yeye ndo ako in control. But at the same time as well, ukiangalia back home, they had children as well, right?
Yeah.
So if the woman is not at home, we know that the woman is the one who is normally running the home. Number one, if you want to educate the community, you start with the women, since wao ndo wako kwa ground. Kama ni mtoto, they'll be the first person with hand information, feeding the children, the husband, and all other. So in this case, if the woman goes and becomes the head, what about the man? Yeye ndo anafaa kubaki nyumbani akirun the family affairs, or how is he supposed to go?
You know, nowadays there's something called house husbands. They stay home while their wives go and earn the money and provide for the family. So this is 2026, and the setup of the story is around 2025, 2026. So you shouldn't be so shocked by a few modern day happenings. You can say he was something close to a house husband. In fact, there are places where we talk about him telling her that he's not her errand boy because she depends on him. I mean, if you show yourself as a weak person, then you're going to be treated as such. And he portrayed himself as a weak man. So she just went ahead and treated him as such. That would be my view as a writer.
Najitetea tuendelee. We also have friendship. I don't know if tunaweza iweka friendship versus is it royalty or loyalty?
Loyalty.
Yeah. Yeah, loyalty. So we have this part where, was it Canaan? Was it called
Kenyan, yeah.
Canaan?
Yeah.
Yeah. So first we start with the friendship part.
Yeah.
We've seen that having friends that are so close and dear to you, they can make you add more fuel or energy to maneuver in whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
So if you have someone who is holding your hand all through, for example, the two brothers, they've got to maneuver. Although they had some differences, we also have the three friends whereby they come from America, they come back to Kenya. And then my other question is to the Canaan. He knew the family background from back then when the sons were young.
Yeah.
Yet, if alikuwa anajua hii information yote, and how comes Kim ameteseka hivyo vote and he couldn't reveal anything?
I think also it goes back to loyalty and then your own self-survival instincts. Because you see him talking about what he knew would mean he loses his position. He has no more work now. He's just like, I think what you can describe Canaan is like a fly on the wall. That is what he acted like. Like he hears all these things, he knows all these things, but it's not in his place to act on anything until the point at which he actually had the support when now the rest of the family came in. But I would say it all boils down again to loyalty, because initially he was loyal to Maina, and Maina passes away. He continues being loyal to a fault with Sandra. Like, you see when the story talks about the fact that he doesn't even talk to other people, it's just Sandra, what she wants, his work, and that's it. So what I can just say is that he's actually just a fly on the wall. His work is to hear, his work is to see, but not really to act until he's called out to act.
So there is the theme of religion, kidogo, I think. So my question is, what is it with African mothers and their pastors?
I think everyone relates to that one. Yeah, I think everyone relates to that one. It was just something I threw in. I know it was a very small, it was actually just one line,
Yeah.
just to show the reader that as much as there's this woman who is, driven, she's a powerhouse, all she does, she's a corporate woman, but then there's that other side where she's still a normal African woman, a normal African mom, who still has to talk to her pastor every now and then. Yeah.
Kumwekea kuku.
Na akamwekea kuku na yenye hataki makule, hata watoto wakule. I mean, that's how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just wanted to throw that in there. Not dwell too much on it because, again, it wouldn't have carried this much of the story. So it was just something there to humanize Sandra. Yeah.
Let me ask. There has been a few comments that I've seen of people saying that you over explain circumstances situations
Yeah.
to a point where someone feels like they are being a bit vague.
Did you feel the same way?
For me, no.
Okay, also, there are different readers with different perspectives, with different opinions, and you can't, rubbish anyone's opinion or perspective. And, I mean, it would be crazy to expect that everyone will have the same reactions to your book. There are even people who simply don't like the book. There are people who will love the book. So I don't know. I don't feel like, maybe there are places, I don't know. I can't critique my own work. That's a really difficult task. But, well, I think with my next book, I will go deeper and look and make sure I'm not over-explaining or under-explaining. Yeah. I don't know how Hafsa felt about that. Did you feel like there was a bit of...
Well, from my end, I haven't seen any shortcoming. I think there's a way of flow of the books whereby we have high pitch, we have kwenye inasimama kidogo, we have whereby inakuja inaleta suspense. So I think it's her own way of writing. I don't see any problem, honestly. Yeah, it's a nice one.
Thank you.
And one thing I think Wanjiku is a master of, she's a master of descriptions. For example, where she was describing Sandra, I mean, you can clearly say Sandra was a really beautiful woman.
Yeah,
Just
inaleta vivid description. It's like you're watching.
Oh, nice. So we need a movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how a book should be, honestly. If you're not watching, you should be reading.
Yeah.
For
Of
sure.
which I prefer reading.
For sure. Lovely.
As well, we've learned new vocabularies. Yeah, I had to keep my phone close.
Oh, I like
Yeah.
that. So Deportee is in about 10 bookshops now in Nairobi. It's in Nuria, it's in Kibanga, Prestige, Book Point. It's at Hekaya Bookstore. It's also in Kisumu at Lolwe. It is in Mombasa at Much Ado About Books. But you can also go onto my socials, Wanjiku Gitagia, across all platforms, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and on X. And you can also message me to get a signed copy of the book, a personally author signed copy of the book.
You have to send mine as well.
Oh, yeah, I have to. Yeah.
Thank you for staying tuned. This was just one of the episodes of the Deportee. So we're looking forward to hosting the author so that we can have more discussions. Hoping to see you soon.